EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And this opening kickoff will not even reach the landing zone. It hits short of the 20. That's going to move the ball out to the 40-yard line. Purdy now to throw. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Here's Guerrero on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle there by Marcus Epps. 2nd and 10. Here's Purdy. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now Minshew. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Purdy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
Here's Minshew. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bowers. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down. That one complete to Trey Tucker. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Minshew sets to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Thought they'd run the football there on 3rd and inches, decided to try to pass it, and obviously it did not pay off.
Yeah, that is conventional wisdom. You don't have far to go to pick up the first down. I wonder if they overthought it a little bit. Thought maybe they'd catch him napping and get a big play over the top. Instead, the sack occurred.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Back to throw, Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Purdy going to give it to Garindo.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Purdy looking to throw.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, 49ers! A great play there. 37 yards.
And the 49ers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Looking to throw it, Minshew.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
To throw again on second down. Minshew.
Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
On 4th down, Minshew.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And able to get this out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Looking to throw again on second down. Minshew. Down the sideline he goes. And finally marked down at the 23. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bowers. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Brock Bowers.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in. Part of what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And he's going to go down. to him back at the 40.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there's no way he was getting away on that one.
Throwing on second and long. Purdy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Purdy. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Here's Garendo.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Isaac Garendo
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Niners answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Now Moody for the PAT.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
He completes it to Abdullah. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. That's complete into the hands of Myers. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun is Minshew. He goes underneath to Abdullah. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Open man right side, Myers. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
2nd down, goal to go.
Now Minshew. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Niners have just about sewn up this football game.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in.
Fights through, and now a crease. Room here to run. He's still barreling through.
And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
And he stopped immediately there. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Wide open receiver complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's a 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
3rd and 3. Again, it's Guerrero. And he will have a Niners 1st down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the 1st down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
A give running left now, Guerrero.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Two in, two up, back ends, booked up, look up, I'm flying, yeah, I'm free now, see now, society's time me release now, crazy, I'm finna go see now, big style, big deals, vitamin water, that's a big one, 6 mil, coach came to me like I'm D1, like Will, I see the flight out. Only got time for a night out. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't getting no younger. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't got too long, no. You know I gotta catch my flight. You know I gotta reach new heights again. You know you run it up at night. You know I only get one life for this.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love, the place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Return coming from the 6. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Pretty throwing here to start. And his first pass falls incomplete. Trying to hit his fullback there. And it sets up 2nd down. On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. That's the long-tenured Brandon Graham with the stop. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Purdy to throw it. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41. Looking to throw, Purdy. Connection made to Isaac Arindo. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Darius Slay with the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 now. Throw complete to Juszczyk. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Bronk. It's a new set of downs at the 27. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Purdy setting up that play action. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. There he goes on the right side. The 30. And the Eagles force the turnover on the first series of this game.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, it'll put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Right to the air, it's Hurts. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Hurts now from the gun. He brings it in. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to the link right after this. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. That one intended for Jahan Dotson. And that makes it 2nd and goal. Hurts throwing again. Intercepted in the end zone. And the 49ers will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
At their own 20-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Purdy looking to throw. Completed to his running back. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Cooper DeJean with the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought the defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 28. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. It's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Working quickly here. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 16. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Eagles with a chance to score and take a lead into the locker room. They're now set for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd down, Hurts throwing again. Touchdown, Philadelphia! So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. It came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Purdy now on 2nd and 10. One's up there, but a little too far up there. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will take possession. New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st down throwing for Hurts. Able to get it to Barkley. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain. Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. This has been a trend, yet another interception. That's Diamondor Lenore. And the 49ers will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Pretty throwing here on first. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Picked up by Nakobe Dean. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
On first down, Hurts. He rolls to his right. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
He puts some power on it deep on left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Trying to find A.J. Brown. So that brings up 4th and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. On 4th down, Hurts getting out to his left. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Offense up to the line fast. Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Short pass brought in. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brought down by Fred Warner. From the 44 here on 2nd down. Has a man. It's Brown. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Offense in the hurry-up here. First down, a run with Barkley. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by Fred Warner. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 2nd and 4. He'll get this one to Brown. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 28. Oh, brother, it's another interception. That's Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. Picked up by Nakobe Dean. And the Eagles get it back with a nice return to boot down inside the 30. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series. Not
the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Working inside the red zone. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Hurts now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. That defense is standing right and making the play. In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That throw finds Kittle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Running back sent in motion. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the 4th. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Play action now with Purdy. Got to use check, and it's complete. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, or it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
That finds Jacob Cowie. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. To throw again, it's Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Back to the air on second, Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Here's Purdy to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Now Purdy. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Cooper to Jean in to pick it up. 40. And the Eagles take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return for the defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles with a 10-point advantage. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. That's complete. Here's Brown. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he drives this forward to the 6. 1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their 1st. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Give him 4 on that play. So now they've got 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
King, Bill King, Bill King.
Barkley has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Hurts now on 3rd and goal. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first move opened just like they planned. That's 6 in the end.
Has this at the 6. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's got room to roam here. And the Eagles get it back with a nice return to boot down inside the 30.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He's an offensive guy. And after days like this, I'm...
Believe we back in business. This is highly recommended. It's for all of my pushing the limit. Mile high got me over here the flight attendant.
Yeah, I've been around the world and and seen them thing that I can't buy. See, reaching these type of heights, it come with a third eye. I'm better at betting on me, the numbers don't lie.
That's how we rollin'. You know them gold diggers, want to pick of the litter, burying them hidden figures. I keep them triple hitters, call them silverback gorillas, going 8-8, and you know ain't nobody. What up?
Showtime. Yeah, this is the big ticket. Coach at Cop Town, I'm talking that King Richard. This like a movie, I'm seeing the bigger picture. These fellas are Cinderellas, I'm crushing them glass slippers.
On sight, I give you the green light. It's all bark, we all bite.
You gambling with your life? Well, let's roll the dice.
Piece of problems if this dog in a fight.
That's right.
Legendary.
Open them wide.
Something like
I just I pull up with a few.
we can't arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know what? That.
All I wanna do is and just take your money. All I wanna do is and just take your money.
Hip-hop took this globe.
We done did it.
Wanna see a mogul? We showing you how to pivot. Got this from DMC. Let's run with it. Took the fundamentals and having some fun with it.
These songs, King Kong, my team strong. Godzilla set fire to whatever I breathe on. Got the killers in choir all singing my theme song.
I could never do this alone.
Come on.
Still Dre, still on top, still got it. The Sonic still iconic, they still the product. I seen the money coming, I showed you that I'm a prophet.
And I'm riding shotgun in case it get out of pocket. Why you wanna press the issue? You need to stop and keep a lawyer on retainer for depositions and dockets. Back to the topic in case you forgot it. Anonymous head bobbing, baby, keep that popping.
Baby, I'm just trying to get
Legendary.
open them wide.
Something like
I just I pull up with a few.
we can't arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know what? That.
All I wanna do is and just take your money. All I wanna do is and just take your money.
Hey, wake up, shot calling. Paid what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Yeah, straight out the Linux. That phone for hours. I'm straight out the minutes. They calling up Dion and straight out the business. We take out the Sims and then take out percentage. Period, break out the minutes from capital and now we straight out the sentence. They pay out, I'm finished. Then grade out the Lakers, the big watch the women. I go meet your mate. Lord, please don't save them. Minor bumps as I've been paving the road.
Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Brock. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi's Stadium. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And we're off from Levi Stadium. Damian Pierce now to return it. Uh-oh, it's a fumble on the opening kick. And this is going to stay with... Makes the recovery. So never mind about who's receiving to start this game, Brock. Got ourselves a change of possession already, and this crowd is loving it.
And the first offense you'll see take the field is the whole team, which is practically sprinting out there to take advantage and keep this crowd humming.
Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. They'll go right back to Gorindo. The defenders are there to get him at the line. Aziz Al-Shire that time on the tackle. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now it's Purdy. That's caught for the first. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. From the red zone now. On the move, headed right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Another try following the sack. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Purdy setting up that play action. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jimmy Ward has it. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First off, well, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's Stroud. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down by Javon Hargrave. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
It's Mixon on 2nd down. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. So that was an exciting first quarter, but not the cleanest. A couple of early turnovers. A couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They'll begin the quarter with 3rd and 2. He's got it on the bootleg. Headed out right. Catch is made down the right sideline. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Pass caught by Takedale. And he's out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston first. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Cut near the goal line. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Shotgun now for Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And he makes the catch on the sideline. Oh, but they call it out of bounds. This close to 6. San Francisco calls its second timeout. They're down to their final one in this half. Buckle up. It's third and goal. To the air yet again. It's Stroud. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The Texans with an extra moment to decide whether to go for it or not. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. From the gun, Stroud. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans get some late points and the lead. It's a Stephon Diggs touchdown. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or 2.
That's complete inside the 35. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers earn the chance to tie before halftime. Isaac Guerrero with the touchdown. Dangerous route to have to defend, Brock. A lot of running backs are so good at sneaking behind defenders running that pattern.
And if you're going to find your back for a touchdown, Kate, this is the first route you'd expect. Get him a favorable matchup. This guy can flat out move. Send him out there, stress that coverage, and go deliver for 6.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Pierce now on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. Stroud off the play fake. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 36. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. From the 36. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Stroud. He puts some juice. It connects on the deep shot. Touchdown, Houston. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there,
Yeah,
because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Pretty throwing here on 1st. He's going deep. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? Keeps a defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
Purdy now on 2nd and 10. Reeled in by George Kittle. And he'll push this upfield and earn that one. We'll set it down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Purdy on 1st down. That one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. No luck finding George Kittle with that one. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Back to the air on 2nd, Purdy. He's going to push one deep. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Azeez Al-Shire has it. And the Texans make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. So 2nd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
He's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That stop coming from Henry To'o. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Purdy looking to throw. He'll kick this one to Kelly. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. He'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down throw by Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 46-yard line.
Trying again following the sack. That's complete to Garindo. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a 49er first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Brought in close to the 8. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that will set up 1st and goal. Garindo gets in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Isaac Garindo with the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers tie things up at 14. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. And now they face 2nd down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw. pushes them back. Third down coming up. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Back to throw it. He's got it deep downfield. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first. Here's Stroud now. He's looking deep once again. This is caught inside the 15. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Working inside the red zone. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now it'll be 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. Reaches the 40. Into the red zone. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick, here's Stroud. Throw right side, hauled in by Collins. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
On play action, here's Stroud. Crucial mistake late. It's intercepted. Jarvarius Ward picks it off. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Defense getting in on the front, Brock, with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
And the kick is good, and we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick 6. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Jair Brown has it. And the
That's how I be happy. Just for all my not abandoned. For my ladies on stage, they clapping. Transaction, cause your mama need a mansion. Get crackin', put them in the. Can't forget the yellow brother near. Shed so many tears, lost 100 friends. Every time I see them, I'ma need that. Believe that. Label tryna give me feedback, tell me bring the streets back. Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Drop big fish, cuz been weeks since. Damn, tell me how you really feel. All I wanted was a couple mil, make the city proud, put it down for them, come and tear it down. What are you about? In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In them dirty apartments, stay shiny. I'll forever be the hardest, big time. Like New Orleans, real shine. Like women know ya. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at? Money growing on trees, hanging on palm, spilling. Code 3 on 4, she don't want a 16. Renegade on the make it. Buy a trees, no love, I'm asleep with my Porsche 911, slide through the section. Gotta show my homies I'm on now. Both souls on the ground, never sold out. What you know about this? No glitz and glamour. Out of my polo pajamas, face getting ran. Gotta watch for the cameras before you get freaky. Came with no rent.
Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood. We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Jake Moody ready to get us started, and we're underway in Santa Clara. Returnable from the 1. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Purdy throwing here to start. We'll check this one down. Complete to the fullback. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 13 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. On the give, it's Garindo. And he's able to get it past midfield and down onto the 49er side. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Here's Garindo again. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
Purdy throwing here. Connection made to Isaac Garindo. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jarvarius Ward brings him down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Here's 2nd and 7. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So it'll be 3rd down.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys can have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a 49er first down. To throw again, it's Purdy. That finds Jacob Kelly. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
The drive picks up here, first and 10. Now a give to Garindo. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Working quickly here. Purdy setting up that play action. And the defender comes away with it. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
This, our last play of the quarter. First play, he's going to throw. Purdy. He'll get this complete to Jennings. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Diamador Lenore there on the stop. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're looking at 2nd and 4. Motioning one of the tight ends. Second and 4. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. Now here he goes down the right sideline. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Now right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
From the red zone now. He brings it in. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers parlay the interception into points. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Kickoff taken at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's a 49er first down.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
First down throw by Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That sure must be a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
After the sack, another pass on second down. He had it for a moment, but a quick defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Now it's Purdy. He's loaded another one up. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Charvarius Ward picks it off. Has room down the left sideline. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-six touchdown. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with the receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make the pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers double their lead to 14. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Returning it from the 4. Finds some space. He's past the 30. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. After the pick, Purdy back to the air. Throw complete to Juszczyk. And he'll get it up to the 44.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during the game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and it showed some soft hands to bring it in.
In a good spot here, second and inches. Putting a receiver in motion. From the 44 here on second down. Finds his man. It's Ricky Pearsall. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Nick Bosa makes the stop.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. This one intended for the running back. And 4th and 4 coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll get him back to 11.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Going run again with McCaffrey. Blast through midfield. Reaches the 30. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers get more points to end a lopsided first half. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers push their lead to 18. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. One last play before the break. Throwing it just before halftime. That's complete to Garindo. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Fielded at the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now Purdy. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. connect on first. It's second down. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Purdy on first down. He's on the move. Thrown on the run, deep down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jair Brown has it. And the 49ers put together a wonderful return. Gets him back inside the 40 following the interception. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Trying an inside give to Garindo. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Leonard Floyd bringing that play to a close. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. George Kittle, the intended receiver. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Third and long for him here. Catch is made in close. He has the San Francisco touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers make it an 11-point ball game. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Samuel now to return it. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Oh, he trucked that defender. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. They kick the running back in motion. Pretty throwing here on first. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Looking to throw, Purdy. For big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 28 out of that play. That's a 49er first down. So we hit the end of the third quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a two-score game to begin the fourth. New set of downs for him at the 38. Slot man motioned over. Handoff headed left to McCaffrey. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Motioning the tight end now. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Rolling left, buying some time. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
On third down, Purdy. That finds Ayuk, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
It's good, not by much, but it's indeed good, bottom left. And that extends their lead to 14.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Defense, one stop.
Purdy throwing here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backward. 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when the quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. We're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down. A lot of yardage to get this back on track.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. They connect on the deep shot. And he goes out a little short of the 40. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Purdy to throw it. A bit of desperation on this deep shot, and that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers will get it back with some time to work with. We've reached the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Wow, they're going to pass it here. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. Brought in by Ayuk. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Purdy looking to throw. Put the body on the line for his team. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
To throw again, it's Purdy. Caught by Jennings. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
1st down throw by Purdy. He brings it in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun is Purdy. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Flush down now to his left. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
Moody knocks it through. And that makes this a 3-score game.
We've got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
Fielded just shy of the end zone. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Purdy setting up that play action. And they pick him off again. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. And the 49ers will take over with the football just outside the 30.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it.
For the antidote, there's a British girl on my TV screen. She's so hot, she's so mean. Burn my body like it's flammable. Girl, I'm still a fan of you. Hey, 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 hey. Like a cannibal. Baby, I'm a fan of you. Your sensation, my fixation. Just tell me that it's tangible. Baby, I'm a fan of you.
Say don't play with me, but I still gamble with it. We getting right before we take off on the landing strip. Know that you like all the attention that a fan gives. Say that you like me, but you way too young for marriage. I've been here before, I know exactly how it goes. Yeah, now I got you packing up your clothes. You can hit me up and let me know exactly when you close. I'm her favorite, says she need a... She wanna all day. Hey, 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 hey.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to get mouth. How can I walk in? Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up. Didn't wanna know then, now I bet they're loving us no more.
It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And we're off from Arrowhead. Nicole Hardman now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. He's taking a shot on his first play. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Pride connecting with Xavier Worthy there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escapes out to the left. He's running for it. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Offense going for it here. 4th and 5. They're going for it with Mahomes. He connects downfield on 4. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And the huge conversion gets somebody who set it down. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And they corral him well behind the line of scrimmage.
Any tackle for loss hurts, Kate, but they hurt that much more from a defensive back. Those guys typically are better in coverage, and you got to find a way to make them miss in the backfield.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. Jukes one defender.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hands, their coach wants to see them convert those.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Mahomes to throw for it. Fails, and they give to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Well, this one. Chance between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield. Quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
First and 10, it's McCaffrey. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 46. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here's Purdy to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Purdy gonna go on fourth. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Fred McDuffie in to pick it off. And the Chiefs get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Brought down by Fred Warner. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Off play action, it's Mahomes. Finds a seam down the middle. And they make the stop, I'm going to say about the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
So through one, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They're looking at first down here. Now it's Mahomes. This one's to Rice out on the right side. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Second down run by Pacheco. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
They'll come up first and 10. It's Pacheco again. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Looking to throw Mahomes. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Third down, it's Mahomes. Getting out to his left. Toward the sideline, and it's intercepted. That's Diamador. And the 49ers will have the football shy of the 20-yard line. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Play action now with Purdy. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Chiefs will have it right at the opposing 30 after the interception, and that return on top of it. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. He's on the move. Pressure comes. He's taken down. The 49ers got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This guy, Kate, he can create. He really is good out there. He's skilled when it comes to getting outside the pocket, which makes it all the more impressive. They contained him so well when he was clearly looking to generate something with his legs.
Another try following the sack. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And he runs it down inside the 15 before going out. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, that's just a little icing on the cake.
Now here he goes. And he's brought down at the line.
That's a really good job by the defense right there. Doing something I hear all the time in coaches' meetings. I want to keep that quarterback in the box. I want to put a fence around him. Don't want to let him get out and make a big play, breaking the pocket.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Mahomes now. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get some late points and the lead. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Reed now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 13. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Purdy gets this from the pistol. That finds Jacob Kelly. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Purdy on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket. What's left of this half?
Protection is always tested against a blitz, especially with all the different ways the defenses today disguise them. Couldn't quite account for the number of rushers that time, and it ends just how you expect. The quarterback needing a little help to get picked up off the grass.
And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. George Kittle, the intended receiver. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion. George Kittle, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th and long.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. To the air, Mahomes. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that.